We are inside the JMA Wireless Dome in Syracuse for an ACC showdown between the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame and the Orange of Syracuse. Gold lettering and the orange in their home whites. Jair Davis jumping center against Kepa Jai, and it's the Fighting Irish with it first. And then the freshman Elijah Moore stays in the starting lineup. How does Syracuse get him back to the form they saw in the Tennessee game and earlier in the year?
I think offensively, Syracuse, they were out of sync versus Louisville to start the game. They have to get some ball movement. They have to get some clean looks and opportunities. And it's funny how it works. When the shots go in early on, it seems like the energy starts to pick up.
Red Autry, in his second year as head coach at his alma mater, now 52 years old. Got to look out for Braden Shrewsbury as well. He feels comfortable shooting the basketball anywhere. The son of the head coach, Markus Shrewsbury. Kepa Jai gives it back to Burton, fakes the pass, calls his own number. He is potent, averaging 19 per game before taking the head coaching job 4 years ago at Penn State. Had a couple of good years there, and now has tried to translate that to Notre Dame, Matt Alaco. But he loves having that type of leadership on this team.
Just the communication from a guy who comes from a high-quality program in Princeton, and you see right there Davis knocking down the three.
And the 2024 ACC Freshman of the Year goes to work against J.J. Starling.
I mean, just look how quick he is with the basketball.
Looks like he's all the way back, Eric.
Doug, I think we're going to be saying.
Starling gets it back. Now returns it to Lampkin. Wide open. For the wing three is Chris Bell. Number one, Julian Roper II. Key piece from Micah Shrewsbury's club. Tay Davis draws the contact. He goes down, no call, play continues. And you like the fact that he's Detroit tough.
He's Detroit tough. Those Midwest guys are just something different.
Tough shot by Burton.
Yeah,
that's why I said leaves it. I didn't want to say passed. I wasn't sure either. Burton for three. This is a very good shooting team.
When he's hitting that three-point shot, you got to watch out, because what are you going to do to be able to stop him?
And you know, his size, I think, scared a few recruiters off. He was the Mr. Basketball his senior year in the state of Indiana.
How awesome is it to be able to really be playing in your backyard with all your family watching you and supporting you? And talked about being the freshman of the year last year. He's one of the most dynamic point guards in the country.
Peter Majstorovic with his first 2 points off the Syracuse bench. Alaco for three. He's being defended by Roper. Starling over the top for three. Chris Bell has left the game after picking up his second foul. Burton showing the whole bag here today.
That spot and just hit that little floater already in this game.
Taylor to Carlos, and he buries the three. The tournament, you certainly don't want to be one of those three teams on the outside looking in.
And these two teams, and it's, you know, they're fighting to play out of that bottom three or not be in that bottom three. And Doug, I think defensively Notre Dame's gotten better. They're a little bit more active. They're a disciplined group defensively, but activity has gotten much more. Well, every single time Burton comes off the pick and roll, they're just lagging back in that paint, and he has a wide open jump shot or he has an easy floater at the rim. Since Louisville, they have to be able to get some open opportunities to get confidence on this side of the ball.
Carlos on the pull-up. 5 points off the bench. J.R. Condensed, another one of the local recruits for Notre Dame, into the game. Yeah, Coach Shrewsbury really has a good foundation to build around as Starling hits the pull-up. Taylor does a good job to stay with Markus Burton, and yet he still is able to score. Got a piece of it. Syracuse retains possession.
See Notre Dame going to a little zone action again, and those are the opportunities you're going to get. You see Chopper Moore had a great look in the corner.
Carlos to the corner. Moore around Alaco, back out front to Carlos. And back to Moore for three. Count it! He'll have a chance for four.
Back to him. Great job penetrating. Carlos being patient, and Shrewsbury just late, letting guys know what their roles are and what he wants them to do.
Moore on the pull-up. They need offense from number 8.
They need Chopper.
Davis turned down the mid-range jump shot for the jump hook. 5 to shoot. Alako gives it back to the sophomore point guard, who goes to work around Taylor to the bucket. Blocked by Lampkin. Pass up ahead to Moore, who lays it in. It's a 5-point game.
Doug, if Syracuse can get more of those easy opportunities, those transition buckets, great activity on the defensive side of the ball, ending in a Lampkin block, and great outlet pass to Moore for the finish.
Here come the Orange again. Lampkin again to Moore.
All has been different this half for Syracuse, leading to transition. The last 8 minutes of this game, 4 minutes last in the first half, and then this first 4 minutes in the second half. The activity on the defensive side of the ball for Syracuse. Off the ball, you see they're over helping.
Nifty pass off the bounce from Davis. Alako from the foul line, under control for 2. Didn't play during the pandemic, so he transferred to Notre Dame as a graduate from Princeton. Moore with an air. Notre Dame is led by as many as 17. Shrewsbury off the window for 2. And brings it out to Burton. Condensed, great shot fake. Dump it off for 2. Tabajai makes it.
For Syracuse, giving up 16 points so far this half.
Starling can't get the roll. Lampkin keeps it alive. Eddie.
Doug, Lampkin doesn't jump very high, but he's able to use that big wide body to create space, and he's a great rebounder, averaging 10 rebounds over his last 7 games, and there's an example of it right there. Finishing among the trees when you get to the paint, but he's one of the best at the country, getting in there, and then he's just so creative at finishing at the rim.
Lampkin with the slam off the feed from Majstorovic. Starling trying to get downhill, able to put it up on the window, and he gets the bucket.
And it was almost like a semi-transition. They did a good job of pushing it up and going into the quick screen. Eddie really not even screening them, just getting in the way, allowing it.
Tay Davis on the right wing. Uses the ball screen. The pull-up, nothing but net.
Not having his best game, but you've seen him get to that area on the court multiple times. Just hasn't been able to finish, but a tough float right there by Tay Davis.
Carlos, cross-court Starling. Got it! Starling, tough shot to tie it. 65 apiece. On the switch, now another switch. Shrewsbury will try and stay in front of Starling. Can't do it. Starling able to score to make it a 4-point Orange lead. They are 0 for 4 from three-point land, and they are usually terrific shooting the 3-ball. Alako forces his way into the lane and scores over Starling.
Markus Burton can't have a full head of steam going downhill at you.
A 3 will tie it. Burton goes around Cuff and lays it in. They took an 11-0 lead and did not trail until late in the second half, and yet Syracuse comes all the way back to win it 77-69.